And our final honoree of the evening has managed to combine his passionate advocacy for a patient community in which he is a patient with an entrepreneurial approach that produces winning results. I'm talking about John Walsh, the co-founder of the Alpha One Foundation, and Peter will present this award to John. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency is a genetic condition that can cause liver disease in children and liver and lung disease in adults. And under John's leadership, the Alpha-1 Foundation has become internationally recognized and invested more than $28 million in Alpha-1 research. John also is co-founder and president of AlphaNet, Inc., a not-for-profit company providing disease management services. John has received numerous awards and honors, including a Commissioner's Special Citation from FDA, serves on many boards and advisory committees. And it gives me great pleasure to have Peter present this NORD Lifetime Achievement Award to John this evening to thank him for his service on behalf of patients and the entire community. John. Congratulations, John. So good. Congratulations.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Peter. Thanks for your leadership, and thanks to the Board of Directors of NORD for this recognition. You know, I'm honored to receive this recognition this evening, not as an individual, but on behalf of the Alpha-1 community. I'm really proud to have the leadership of our community with us here this evening. Bob Barrett, CEO of the AlphaNet, our health management company. Marsha Ritchie, COO of the Alpha-1 Foundation. Karen Erickson, our Associate Executive Director of the Foundation. Jean-Marc Quash, our Executive Director of the Alpha-1 Project, our wholly owned for-profit subsidiary of Venture Philanthropy Company. Craig Kephart, our Executive Director of the COPD Foundation, and Randall Plant, Associate Executive Director of COPD. Why COPD? In connection with Alpha-1, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm honored to accept this recognition, and I'd like to just have everybody give an ovation for the celebration of courage, the individuals' portraits of courage this evening, the families. It's all about family. It's about hope. It's about courage. So let's clap for them. You know, NORD has been there since the beginning for us in our community. I've been on an orphan drug and had access to an orphan drug because of NORD's advocacy from day one in the creation of the Orphan Drug Act. And many people in our community, including myself, my twin brother, and thousands of others, wouldn't be alive today without access to our augmentation therapy product. I'm blessed to be able to have access to augmentation therapy and to an orphan drug. There's over 7,000 rare disorders in America identified now. Who knows how many there really are? And there's only less than 450 orphan drugs currently approved. So we've got a long way to go. And this Lifetime Achievement Award, from the Alpha-1 perspective, we're not done achieving, and we're not done helping each other and working with the rare disorder community to make it happen so that everybody has access to a therapy that's going to extend life, improve life, and save life. You know, we're in this fight together. We're all fighting a rare disease. I can't imagine, like the Kennedys, having two children that are devastated by an illness and are really uplifted by their experience and their courage. So we all have to look at that. I'm blessed to have a family that's been so supportive. Our mom died in her 40s when we were teenagers of Alpha-1, before it was diagnosed as a genetic condition. My twin brother Fred is here with us tonight, full-time supplemental oxygen on a transplant list, but works every day on behalf of individuals with Alpha-1 as a peer health coach. My sister Sue is here with us, also homozygote for Alpha-1, and she's been kind of the nudge that's making us behave whenever she can Fred's the good twin, so 3 out of 4 siblings have Alpha 1. And our experience in our family is that we have to roll our sleeves up and try to make a difference and follow the inspiration of Mom, who was a teacher, as well as our dad, who was a coach. NORD's vision to unite the rare disorder community is something we all have to be thankful for. And tonight is a celebration of that, indeed. When I first got diagnosed, I had an opportunity to go to a NORD conference and meet Adolfo Ordorne, Lorenzo's oil, and he created the Myelin Project. And very, very focused guy, delightful personality. You were there, Wendy. Donna Rappel was there. And we had a delightful talk, and we ended up embracing that triangle that he described, with the patient in the center, surrounded by scientists, government, and industry. Without all of the stakeholders working together, collaborating, being honest, transparent, we're not going to get the job done. So we have to break out of that box of being concerned about pharmaceutical, biologic, biotech. They're our partners. They're the ones spending hundreds of millions of dollars developing therapies that are critically important to us. Nobody can do it without us, the inpatient patients that participate in clinical studies, and we need our scientific and clinical leadership there as partners with us, and we've included them in our leadership. So when the NIH, we evolved, our community evolved out of a NIH Phase 4 requirement by the FDA on the first orphan drug approved for respiratory diseases. And that requirement was a 7-year longitudinal disease progression study. And our community met each other throughout that study at 32 study sites. And Clara Jolly is here with us tonight, retired as a respiratory terrorist from the NIH. And she gave us our pulmonary function tests, and she made sure that John met Mary, and Sally met Sue, and Harry met Fred. And that's how our community was formed. We created a network around clinical resource centers, and we created support groups. When we were diagnosed, there was no education materials. Now we have education materials translated in 11 languages available to the international Alpha 1 community. There was no research being conducted except for that longitudinal study. At the end of the longitudinal study, the NIH said, we don't have the resources to support a rare disease anymore like Alpha 1. We've identified how to purify your protein. We can't do any more. And basically, you have to get off your butt and do it yourselves. So our community said that's unacceptable, like everybody in this room would say. And we rolled our sleeves up, and we created an organization focused on supporting and creating the infrastructure to support the international investigator community. Created the largest registry in the world of individuals with Alpha 1. We only have like 6,000, 7,000 individuals diagnosed. We have 80% of those in our registry. We can recruit for a Phase 3 pivotal study in 6 to 10 weeks. So those in the biotech and pharmaceutical industry come and talk to us. We've got ideas. We've got researchers that have identified therapeutic targets and therapeutic strategies. We've got 8 companies in development of various therapeutics, small molecules primarily for Alpha 1 therapies in the future. We as a rare disorder community can do this. And there are a lot of organizations that have really accomplished a great deal, and we can learn from each other. I've met so many leaders in founders. Judy Simpson's here from pulmonary hypertension. Incredible efforts that they've done. Wendy Chait is here with her daughter, Melanie. Wendy was a Wall Street lawyer and dedicated her life to help Melanie and started the Lymphatic Research Foundation and broke records at NIH, cross-fertilizing institutes for the first time on a condition nobody even wanted to talk about, the lymph system. Incredible. Donna Rappel, Hermansky-Public syndrome, and her beautiful daughter, Ashley, and all of the people that are albino, sight-impaired, lung-affected, are working together to get therapies developed, and ultimately we'll get a cure. You know, the infrastructure we built at Alpha 1 couldn't have been done without AlphaNet. AlphaNet is our not-for-profit 501c3 health management company. We've got 36 individuals with Alpha One, like my twin brother Fred, that dedicate themselves to helping other individuals with Alpha One and have absolutely validated the value of peer health coaching, how we can teach each other how to identify an exacerbation, decrease the number of exacerbations, decrease hospitalizations, decrease cost, but most importantly, improve the quality of our lives. We just published a paper. Our average lifespan is 54, so the Lifetime Achievement Award, thanks for waiting 10 years. Lifetime Achievement Award isn't 54. We've extended life 10 years with augmentation therapy with an orphan drug plus health management. We can do this. We know more. We, with rare disorders, know more about our condition than anybody else. The docs are brilliant. The scientists are on the ball trying to get cures. But we know how we live with it. We know how we can deal with it. We have to help each other. And we can do that. And we've proven that in our Alpha One community. And we're so proud of that. NORD is here for all of us. We have to seize the moment. There are so many challenges on reimbursement, so many challenges on access, so many challenges on decrease in funding from the NIH. We all have to support NORD, whether it's to develop a workshop series to bring leadership together to discuss critical issues, whether it's to create an incubator like we have at the Alpha One Foundation. We have a resource sharing platform that supports Alpha One Foundation, Alpha One Association. Henry Mooring, chairman of the board, is here with us. They're merging in with us in June. The COPD Foundation and the Alpha One Project. We save $700,000 a year because we share executive management, IT, HR, contract administration, grant administration. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a platform at NORD that would create an incubator where we wouldn't have to spend our resources and duplicate expenses? We could share contracts, we could share registry platforms, we could share information on how we deal with our scientific leadership, we could share the principles of engaging in relationships with industry in a proper and ethical way. Wouldn't it be nice? We have NORD there to do that for us now. Peter's built an incredible leadership team, and now is our time to seize the moment and make certain that it's not 450 drugs for rare diseases, it's 7,000, it's 8,000, it's 10,000. It's time to cut fish or bait? Cut bait or fish, and make it happen. And we've got a platform here with the NORD to do that with. So I'm honored to receive this. I don't deserve it. I'm not ready to retire. We haven't finished doing what we're going to do. We're going to cure Alpha One, and we're here to work with everybody to help cure all of our disorders. So thank you very much.
Beautiful, John. Beautiful, John. Thank you very much.